In this video, we'll go over a few examples of how to add and configure widgets in a web report. Here we are looking at the publication view for a report we're building. It covers the analysis of printer reviews. Right now we're on the main sheet, which contains only widgets. We have an image widget, a text widget, and 3 navigator widgets. We can use the navigators to advance to different sheets of the report, such as the reviews by source. Now we are on a sheet that shows a donut chart with the percentage of reviews from either Best Buy or Amazon, a trend graph showing the number of reviews for each printer model over time, and a cards widget with the text reviews. We also see on the left that there are 2 statistics widgets, as well as a navigator that will bring us back to the main sheet. We notice that when we make a selection in the donut chart that the stats widgets will update their values. Likewise, we can select a printer from the trend graph and observe the changes in the stats widgets. We can scroll through the related text reviews in the cards widgets. And when we're done, we can navigate back to the main sheet by clicking the navigator. If we want to view the review topics and sentiments for the printer reviews, we can navigate to that sheet via this navigator over here. On this sheet, we see a cards widget on the left with the images of the printer models being reviewed. Plus, we even have a GIF in here for the HP OfficeJet 6978. We also have a stacked bar chart with the most common topics in the reviews broken down by sentiment. Next to this is a tag cloud displaying the most common subtopics in the reviews, and at the bottom is a data table of the reviews. We can select a printer from the cards, and we'll see that the top topics in the bar chart is connectivity, and the tag cloud subtopics are also updated. We can select another printer and see that the print quality was the top topic for this model. And when we're finished, we can navigate back to the main sheet again. Now let's go back to the web report editor and take a look at how some of these widgets are set up. Currently, we are on the main sheet of the report. In the publication, we opted to not display the sheet tabs and to just rely on the navigators to move between report sheets. Recall that this setting is found in the Report Theme submenu on the left. To assist with our editing of this report, we may want to re-enable those tabs. Now, let's first go over the image widget. Double-clicking the image widget will bring up the file dialog where you can select an image to load. You can also drag an image directly from your desktop into the image widget. To better see this, let's add a new image widget to the canvas. Now we see that the image has loaded and we can adjust the background of the widget however we wish. But for now, we're just going to delete this because this is just a redundant image. Next, let's review the text widget. As we've mentioned, a text widget can support a number of things such as images, text, and hyperlinks. Let's take a look at this text widget's properties by double-clicking. In this view, we can see the free text input. If we select the text, we can change the font settings. And we can undo this if we wish. And perhaps we want to select to add a link, which lets us input an internal or external link if we wish. We could also add an image. And if we wish, we can also remove that image. All we need to do is have our cursor here and either press the backspace or delete button on our keyboard. Next, let's go over the navigators. Let's first show what happens when we add a new navigator widget from the widget panel. We can see that the navigator automatically adds a list of the report sheets with the hyperlinks already in place. Let's double click on this widget to take a closer look at the properties. We notice that the list can be modified, such as adding some spaces between the list items if we wish, or possibly removing the bullets. We can also select the text of one of these listings and view or edit the hyperlink. When we open this, we see the link information in place here, which we can choose to edit if we wished. We can also add text by moving our cursor and typing. We can also delete the navigator list. And if we want to add it back again, all we need to do is go to the top of this button here and select to insert the table of contents. Now, we can see that there are 3 navigators already on our sheet that use a different approach. We're going to double click on one of these to demonstrate. In here, we see that we've used a link in the text that would navigate us to the reviews by source sheet on our web report. Next, we see that we have an image that we've added to this navigator. And that we've also linked to the reviews by source page. By doing this, the user could either click on the text or on the image in order to navigate to the designated sheet.